So we've got the new Toyota Tacoma, and if you missed it, this is a 2026 SR5 four-wheel drive. And it's time for the first mod. We're going to remove the air dam off of the front. That unsightly snowplow thing that you can see right along here, right? Not a fan of it. It's very easy to take off. There are, I believe, 9 screws. And make sure you save those screws. You'll want to put them back in the holes once you take them off. Now, there's a bit of a misconception out there that this humming, this noise that you get once you remove that air dam is because of not putting those screws back in. That is not true. There are 4 holes in the lower control arms on each side, about yay big. Those are the holes that cause that humming noise once you expose them to airflow as the air passes over them, because this chin strap air dam has been removed. Now, it's going to cost you maybe 1 to 1.5 miles per gallon in fuel economy. At least that's what's been reported out there. But I don't really care. It's a truck, right? So let's take a look underneath. I'll show you which ones. You do need a 10mm socket, which we have there. You can do it by hand, and I believe you can even use a Phillips screwdriver, but much easier to do with a power tool, of course. So where are the screws? Well, let me show you. You can see them across the front. I believe there are 5. There's one here, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the inside up here, you can see there is one right here and one right here. Let's get a light on that. Make sure you guys can see it. I always hate when videos don't show you. Right there is one, and right there is the other. And you can use a Phillips screwdriver, I guess, if you want to, but not necessary. So I'm going to go ahead, pull those out, and then we'll take a look at what we're left with underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the ones on the inside over here. And honestly, they are barely in there, so pretty easy. And then we'll slide across the front. Actually, I'm going to take the ones off inside the wheel well area first, because I don't want it to drop down the other way. So let's go ahead and get these off. Again, keep the screws. We're going to put them back in. Then we'll go across the front, 5 screws. And lastly. Oops, not lastly. Forgot this one. And there you go, just that easy. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead, put all the screws back in, and then we'll take a look at what we're left with underneath. And I'll show you those holes that you have to plug on the lower control arms too. Okay, I've got all the screws back in, and I think they're right under there. But I'm going to drop the front of this cheapo skid plate, which is basically like a, I don't know, molded plastic. I don't know what it is. It's going to be replaced by a skid plate from Miller Cat. But what I want to see is if there is a crossbar there, which I don't think there is, because I'll obviously have to get one so that I can put the skid plate on. So there's just 2 bolts, and I'm not going to leave it off because I do want whatever protection it does offer in the meantime. So this takes a, what is this, a 12mm socket. Again, very simple. And then I want to see, do we have a crossbar? Well, kind of difficult to tell. There is a bar. Is it the bar that we need? Looks like it does have some threaded holes in it. So there's a piece of tape. I don't know what the heck that's for. It does appear there is a crossbar welded on, actually. So these are the toe areas that we'll be replacing as well. But it does look like there is a crossbar here. So I don't believe I need one. I'll have to do a little more research, but you guys can see what's here, and I think that is the crossbar. Leave a comment down below, let me know if you know. Now lastly, those holes I told you I would tell you about in the lower control arms. This is where you get that humming noise once you remove the plate that I just did, and I believe it's these 4 holes here. I'd have to look back myself. I do need to order the plugs for them. I would have pulled them off the other truck had I thought about it, but I didn't. So I'll be pulling those off so that we can go ahead and take care of the noise that we're going to get because these are open. And some people worry about water not being able to drain out. First of all, these holes with the plugs in them are not watertight sealed, but there are other holes, voids, areas down here as well that don't make any noise, that don't need to be plugged, that still will be open. And maybe here's a better shot across the truck because of the angle. Hopefully you guys can see the way these are highlighted. There are 4 of them. You can see them over there. Same thing as this side. That's what we're going to plug up. So let me put the skid plate back up, those 2 bolts, or the gravel guard, I guess Toyota calls it. And then we'll take a look at the truck with the air dam removed. Well, let's take a look. I much prefer the way the Tacoma looks. This is really just an aesthetic thing. I mean, unless you live in a cold climate where you get snow and it's deep and you're plowing the snow or hit something and break it. And by the way, it can cause damage to other parts if it were to break off. But I much prefer the look without that chin strap or air dam, whatever you want to call it, on the front of the truck. And as you can see, it's pretty darn easy to do. Anyway, that's the first real mod. Next, we're going to do a little bit of a mod on the side steps. Something a little bit different. Never done this before. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Do you take your air dam off, or do you leave it on just for that extra 1 to 2 miles per gallon? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.